There it is. All right, Jake's got it up.
All right, now we're ready to start broadcasting.
It's already
It
broadcasting.
says waiting on broadcasting network.
Oh, yeah.
That's what it says online anyway. It's
Why
not
did
showing.
Slade leave?
Because he's got to get in his party for the race. I don't know.
Well, you got to help him walk through the rest of that.
You see me on my screen.
I mean-
You see the lobby?
All right, there it goes. It just jumped to lobby. We're live. Yep.
All right, guys, we're here with Team Midnight Broadcasting, MBN, Pocono Raceway Cup Series here. Yeah, I can hear myself.
Yeah, go ahead.
But we're here at week 2. Sorry, this is a little fly-by-night tonight. We're missing out our lead commentator, Alex.
So we have a sub.
But we're here with Redleg and Jake. Jake's gonna be our quiet reporter tonight, pit road guy.
Okay, I'll just shut my mouth.
The screen went away. It popped up and went away.
It's showing it's still going. I'm watching the YouTube channel now. It's going.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, tonight we actually are in week 2 of our midnight season here. We got a lot of fast guys. We're actually here at Atlanta Motor Speedway. We're going to be running a 50% times 3. A lot of big names in this race, Redleg. Who do you think's gonna stick out the most to you here? Who are you looking to have a good run?
Well, after yesterday's race, Keffer and Fluffy both have a great strategy for this race, and hopefully they'll be able to stay on strategy. We've seen a few guys today in practice, and they were practicing strategies. So hopefully they got their setups that'll make their tires go the distance, and everybody will be patient and not try to win the race in turn 1.
Now, you said something very important there. Every chance they get, it's going to be all about tire wear. They're going to be just bonsai jumping pit road to get those 4 Mr. Feelgoods. It's all about tire wear. We have a few guys in the field that can actually make a full gas run, which is 18 laps. Probably not going to stretch it to 19 or 20 laps. You're probably going to see them start diving off around lap 15, 16. There's going to be a varying in strategy tonight. There's a few guys that do stand out, like, yes, Fluffy and Keffer. That's always a safe bet. Those guys, run up front consistently every week. But we've got some guys that's got some really, really fast automobiles that's going to be here tonight. Jake,
go ahead.
I'm here.
Take the invite first, and then let us know when you're in.
All right, I don't have the invite yet.
Oh, hold on a second. I got to get in first, and then I guess I got to invite you and Redleg.
Yeah.
So
But you're right. We do have a lot of fast drivers tonight. We've got Sloppy Joe. We've got Nick Jobs. We've got.
Don't forget Sloppy Joe. Sloppy Joe last week pretty much got the 500. I mean, he had to be up front, and he had to run strong to get there, and he had to hold him off the last couple laps. But he was handed a 500 win. You're going to look for some guys to really rebound from that. Slade was a little upset about that win. He thought he had it locked up. So then we got Jobs. He's a newcomer to the league, but he's pretty strong throughout practice. Really smart racer.
Yep.
Here, let me get you guys. Jake and Redleg. Let me see here. And like I said, this is a Flea Market Broadcast Network this evening. We're a little bit bootleg, but we're going to make this thing happen. All right, y'all got your invites?
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oop. Wrong button.
To the screen?
Trying to get to that button.
Yeah, he's.
Trying to figure
Do you
it out.
not?
He's going.
Oh.
He's going.
Sorry.
And watch live race.
So from what we've seen too, he's on blue screen. From what we've seen too, we've got BC Racer Kid on the pole, and we've got Fluffy on his outside.
There we go.
Jake, just take your race invite and just go to watch live race.
He's
Okay.
coming.
Well, you the one
He's
saying
coming.
you good trying.
I was trying to
I
figure
can't
out how
see
to
what
do
you
it.
see. Okay. Just relax.
Kind of a little nerve-wracking.
It
Well,
looks like we
mute up.
just went green. Or no, maybe. Yep.
Loading.
We got BC Racer Kid out front with the 48 car. Title is ready, but BC slides up.
Oh man, here we go here. We got, looks like to me, we got Saab Max out front there in the 48.
Yeah, he just took the lead for BC Racer Kid.
BC
car on
Racer
the
Kid.
outside.
BC Racer Kids are defending champion here at MBN last year, their inaugural year. Mute up, Jake. That way you can hear us, but we can't hear you. That's great. That works out better that way. You can talk all you want to as long as you mute. But back to the race here. We actually got Fluffy down low. That actually, if you notice, you're going to notice all night, man. If that bottom line, if you raise up off that bottom line at all, you're going to have that guy behind you just straight, just drive it off in there. The right rear is going to be a big issue. We haven't really seen anybody that's having a problem with their right front, so no one's really pushing. Everybody's really on the loose side. This asphalt is one of the oldest tracks that we go to as an asphalt repavement-wise, and it is a grinder. And they actually implemented that into Heat 4. So you're going to see as the different tracks we go to, the different tire wear varies. Oh, we got one off in the grass. I didn't get to see who that was, but no caution. We stay green. It gets gathered up.
Sorry.
Yeah, Fluffy's still out front and dominating right now. But they all could be following a line right now and just taking it easy. He's got Nick Jones right there on his rear end. Or is that Nick? No, that's not Nick. I'm sorry.
Yeah, and this is our second week broadcasting actually, so we're still trying to get acclimated to who's in what car, what number. We had a little bit of a silly season as they always do in racing here.
Now Nick Jones is on the inside. Fluffy went to the outside. He's dragging along New World.
Jake, are you muted up? Jake. Just keep it on the front, Jake.
Like that?
Yep.
I guess. Okay, keep an eye on it, Riddler. Well, don't be sorry, just don't make a mistake. We'll be alright. But anyway, we got the 20 car diving it off in there. The 20 car this year is New World. Okay. Oh, we got bag voltage off in the grass there as he brings it back up. Everybody's safe. No harm, no foul as he regathered himself. What car is that? We actually didn't make our picks. You tried to go with a safe pick, which really wasn't fair, Red Leg. You went with Fluffy or Keffer, which is always a safe bet for somebody running up front. The 88's always strong. That's my team leader. And no, I'm not.
We got the 95 off into the grass.
We got the 18 following.
Yep, they both bring it back up with no caution.
The real New World ducked off in there. Oh, we got the 88. Keep it in the wall. If you notice, guys, that's how you lead race right there. If you make a mistake and you get up in the wall, the best thing to do is just hold it up in the wall. Let it eat up there. You're going to lose a heck of a lot of track position, but that's what's fair. You don't want to jump down in somebody's night that, is running fourth or fifth and, bring them into your awesome. Keep it up in the wall, as best you can. Let everybody pass you there. That's just, racing etiquette. You got the 48 in the wall kind of hard. And I'm going to give y'all a little bit of a insight tonight. These guys are actually running damage as well. So you're going to see like that 88 car eat the wall. He's probably going to fall back and be begging for a pit stop here pretty soon.
Yeah, your top two are starting to pull. Nick Jobs are leading the pack. But they the second pack kind of closes up there a little bit coming into turn 2.
All right, you see it in the bottom left-hand screen, and it'll tell you who you're on, Jake.
Yep,
Okay, cool deal. And are you looking back, if you go to the first driver and then at who's leading, and then you look back at the pack, that's the best camera angle, the safest one you can be on, buddy.
Ooh, Fluffy got a little loose.
Oh.
Target
Fluffy
Robert
got a
coming
little
up
loose.
on there on the turn when he was about to hit the wall.
All right, Jake, there you go, boy. Yeah, that's bounce. Roll with it. And yeah, as Jake was pointing out, this track is really bouncy. It's not as bouncy as, say, an auto club where you're riding a roller coaster, but this track can get that car out from under. You can get a little squiggly. And like I was saying earlier, that's going to definitely take a 5% chunk out of that right rear. But for my pick tonight, I'm going to have to go with not really a dark horse, a stronger guy that just hasn't won a race here of late. But I'm going to go with DW. Practice, he was really strong, really fast. As you see, Fluffy getting a little loose coming off turn 4 there. But I'm going to go with DW tonight. Red leg.
Yep, I hear you. And New World is really giving Fluffy a run for his money here. And he's been looked on the outside, looked on the inside. But he can't get around him yet. And I'm sure by now the tires are starting to really wear down.
Well, these guys are actually looking like they're content just to try to hide in behind each other and see if they can't run off and put some distance on the field. As you got the 24 car of Job's, he looked pretty strong in the little practice we did right before this thing kicked off. Slade's coming. He's leading that second pack. He's looking strong. Those guys are already 4 wide.
Well,
Man.
Somebody's loose there, and then they got back up safely. I can't tell what car that is. It just came back up. It looks like it was the orange car. You see what I'm talking
Yeah,
about?
that.
Fluffy just bumped the
Trying
wall.
to make it 3 wide.
Oh, we got DW spinning out. We're probably gonna. That's kind of suspect. This year, as you know, last year on Heat 3, you know, the caution to come out because the guy got sideways. Jake, 250 can't talk at once. But the caution would come out over anything pretty much. But this year, if it isn't pretty much the whole field, you might not see a caution at all, which can ruin your race there really early. We got Nick Jobs jumping down. Yep, he's coming to pit. Jobs in a 24 car actually ducked down Hendrick Motorsports. He's actually a pro league driver for Hendrick Motorsports. One of the contract racers.
19 and
Jake.
Voltage is also coming in at the same time.
Jake,
Could be a little strategy play here.
mute up. Mute your mic, Jake.
And the 31 of C Work, or the 3 of C Workman is coming in.
I just showed it.
And we got the 43 also coming in right now too. So we're starting to see some strategy play out. Maybe some drivers have need to tighten their cars up a little bit. Maybe they're burning their right front off or burning their left or right rear off. So maybe they're going to make some changes and get a little quicker.
I'm definitely thinking they're burning that right rear, but now is when you're going to see who's got the fresher tires, who can make those tires last. Those 1 or 2 laps, actually, you're running probably a whole second slower than the actual field is.
Almost had an issue on pit road, getting on the pit road. So
But you're running a whole second. Yeah, you're running a whole second slower than the field. But those 2 laps actually make up at the end if you can run 2 more. So you get 4 laps on the field, fresher tires. You can see that actually come into play as we get deeper on, stretch it out. Stage 3 of this race, it can become a real factor.
And New World now coming in, followed by the 48. Fluffy's on pit road. You have the lap count stream up.
Jake. God almighty, he don't listen, man.
Will you have the
No, I don't have
lap count
Kefir.
stream up?
No, I don't, because it'll make me lag.
How you do that?
Can't watch.
No, Jake. We got the 1 car out here. Who is in the 1 car this year? Sorry, bear with us. The 1 car. Who's the 1 car? He's actually pulling down the. No, Jake. D-Dub's in the 31.
No, he's in the 1. think right here is in the
So
lead.
we're trying to get you guys a lap count and find out who right now is in the lead after the pit stops here. Right now, Keffer is sitting 16th.
Yeah, I could have swore DW was in the 31 car, but it is saying that he is in the 1 car. So I'm trying to figure out who is in the 31 car. Actually, Sloppy Joe, my bad. That's Sloppy Joe in the 31 car. As we have the 12 car of Big Destroyer. Actually, he's down on if he stretched his tires out that long or not, but so after the green flag pit stops here, we have the 11. Oh no, he's not.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to tell. I don't have a lot of the leaderboard right now. There's a good battle going on between NWO and the Bear right now.
Yeah, I think the guy that's out front by my calculation. I would have to say Fluffy come out in front. But anyway, guys, we need to keep this thing going. Ain't nobody talking about anything. They're really mixing it up. As you see, pretty much Team Toyota as the 20 car, the 95 car, and the 19 car. Those guys, actually, if they line up, they could probably just catch this lead pack if that isn't the lead pack. And I'm thinking where Jobs is spread out right there. Jobs might be the marker for the lead pack here. Trying to see where Fluffy and who was running with Fluffy earlier.
Fluffy and Nick Jobs are running along with NWO.
With New World?
Yeah, I-25.
Oh, okay. So that's New World.
Yeah.
That's New World number 2.
2, right. New World number 2.
They're twins. He's amazing, man. He runs 2 PlayStations at once. We ain't figured out how he does it yet, but he's half man, half amazing.
We've got a good battle right now with Keffer in the 31 car, followed by the 18 and 43.
You see,
pushed up on the outside.
Mike RPM in the 43 car actually runs for Richard Petty Motorsports. Oh, the 88 gets a little loose, pushes it down in front of the 43. Then we've got Celtics and then DW. So all these guys are lined up. So we got a little 6-car pack. If they can hold that line a little tighter, they might be able to run these guys down in the pack ahead of them here, make this thing a race.
Trying to figure out who's in that lead pack and leading.
Looks like we're on lap.
I already told you,
29.
Jake. In the 18 car, buddy. Find the 18 car. 18 or the 17. Okay, 18 cars. We got Sloppy out front here. Well, Slade's about to go a lap down, or I really wish we would have a lap counter here where we could actually see the live leaderboard. Actually,
now they're on lap 29 right now, and
no, I'm talking about actually on the screen where we can see who's the leader and who's not. Work out a lot better. He's got the 18 car, New World. That's actually New World number 2, battling it out with
31.
yeah, that's Sloppy Joe. You see Kepper in behind him here. Slade looks like he's either got one heck of a lead or he's in danger of going a lap down, so he better go either way.
Let's see. Well, the 88 car is in 10th currently, so Slade may not be at risk.
So Slade might be the actual leader.
Yeah.
Is that the 11 car going on?
Are you watching a live stream?
Trying to watch
Red
Pepper
Leg?
and the live stream.
Okay, the live stream, where is the live stream on right now? Is it on the 18 car? It might be Slade that's actually in the lead. But we got a heck of a battle right here between Sloppy Joe and New World number 1. Yeah, Jake, they're probably scheduled pit stops. But as we got Joe's in the 19 of Voltage, Mike RPM, and it looks like J-Mons. We haven't talked about J-Mons. J-Mons is the number 9 car for JRM/Hendrick Motorsports. We're really looking for him to do a lot this year in his first full season in Cup. He kind of come in and wreaked havoc really quick in the Truck Series last year, winning 2 out of 7 or 8 races that he was actually in. He actually won the actual playoff part of the championship.
Sorry about that.
We've got the rest of the field. Nah, we're flying by night, buddy. You can talk when you want to. Save the day. Okay, well, but Sloppy, he looks like he's having a ball out there. His car really doesn't look too loose. He looks like he's running the same line he started here. He doesn't look like he's giving him too much of a fit. As we got the 21, the 17, the 95, and the 48 pulling off pit road at the same time here, as the 20 car, which is New World number 1.
I-25. No.
Yes, that's number 2. The New World number 2 there. I'm telling you, he's half man, half amazing here. He even pits 2 different times. This is amazing here. But so that would actually make Slade your leader here. So Slade was leading that whole time. Or
I think it might be Nick Jones, because Nick was going around the outside of some some cars coming off of pit road. So.
Oh, okay. Well, that's a good way to look at it, then. Whoever's going fastest at that time. But he's coming up on the Bear, and I think he might be mid-pack, because I can't see that whole crowd's going a lap down actually. But I really wish we could be more professional with this, guys. I think the number 1 is actually leading here at DW, which is actually my pick for the race there. Yeah, I'd say that's where the race is at right there. Jake, put the camera up on the 1 car.
It is.
Okay, good deal.
But he's got a pack closing in on him hard.
Yes, he does. He's got the 17 of Fluffy diving off in there low. Looks like it's like he just raised up and let him take the line. He might be on a little older tire, maybe a different strategy here. As the 21 car sucks up to him on the outside. Oh, they're punching up. We got Keffer in the 88, the 95. Joe getting in there, and our defending champion BC Racer kid, as Slade actually loses a little bit of position by trying to get around that 1 car of DW. We have Bags and Saab Max. Max Boost is his new name, but Saab Max running in. They get into the 1 car a little bit. 1 car pushes up high. He must have stayed out on old tires. He might have the field a lap down at this time. He might want to come down the pit road and go ahead and put 4 fresh ones on there and see if he can't get back out there.
It makes me wonder wonder if Fluffy is not leading this with the Bear running
Yeah,
second
go-
at this point.
Go to the 17 car, Jake.
But Fluffy does have a large gap on the 17. That can be a good thing or a bad thing. You know, the pack could catch up to him on his draft and get around him. But there is a distance between the Bear and the rest of the pack, so they'll first get the Bear before they'll get the Fluffy.
Yeah, but if actually the Bear can get up there to Fluffy, maybe they can ride a little bit. Fluffy will save a little bit of tire, and they can hide and watch. Sit there and wait for everybody to come. Jones, he's got a strong car, I'm going to tell you. He's actually worked his way through that second, well, actually the lead pack, but it's the second pack, considering they're not the leader. But he's actually worked his way through that and actually come out and trying to catch onto the Bears draft right now to go for the lead here. As Fluffy's actually stretched it out just a little bit from the rest of these guys.
Earlier in the run, we saw that the Bear was a little loose and had to cut through the grass coming off of 4. It looks like he might have used his pit strategies to help fix that loose condition off.
Yeah. Well, actually, 85% of these guys that's actually in this race are actual esports pro leaguers. The other 15% should have been. So I mean, this is a deep field tonight, gentlemen, as we always are. Any green flag, drop of a green flag at midnight, no matter what division it is, anybody can win at any time. It's just all about competition here. Oh yeah, he did. It looks like them tires are giving up.
That was the end of the stage, and
as Fluffy takes stage 1.
Fluffy takes stage 1 with the Bear running second, and Nick Job's in third.
So I'm gonna tell you, DW, he actually stayed out and stretched his equipment a little bit. I wonder if it paid off for him, or if he actually just
maybe
stayed out a little too long and got caught by the pack. Yeah, I'm gonna have to say the 17 looked really strong, and he was on regular pit strategy. So I think the 17 actually won it as the one car. He gave it one heck of a shot, but maybe it didn't pan out for him. As we're getting ready for stage 2, everybody's definitely going to take 4 fresh tires and get these last minute adjustments to see if they can't run this stage 2.
Well, we got
let's see how it pans out.
DC Racer at the front now with Big D and the 13 car on it.
Get on the 4 car, Jake. The 4 car. Okay. As we get a clean. Oh. Not so clean right now on my screen. It looks like they're all over the place. But you have that from time to time. Oh, the 12 car jumped down on the apron, bunches them up. They're 4 or 5 wide. Let's see if these guys.
Big Red.
Oh,
Lordy.
We're definitely going to have a caution after this. It's got to be. Yeah, they're slowing them down. Caution here, early stage 2, as we had the 12 actually jump off the apron right there and come wash back up. You seen those guys? They went down the whole backstretch there. It looked like they was going to gather it up, but 4 or 5 rows of 4 deep. It's not going to last too long.
No, it's not. We'll get them relined up, and
it's still going to be the 4 car, Jake. 4 of the 2. 2's Jay Hyper is actually our defending champion in our Grand National Series, which is actually our lower series with Xfinity cars. It's not really a lower series. Pretty much the same guys running in that league as well, or in that class, I must say. As we're getting ready to take the green here with the Bear on the point, we've got the 13. Who's in the 13 this year? Galen is in the 13. As we see Fluffy get up behind Hyper, see if he can't push him up. Oh, the Bear goes to the high line in turn 1. Comes back down. Maybe he's working the Daytona pack. He's going to try to stay out in front of both of them. Keep the field bunched up. We'll see how this works out. As Slade, the young gun, comes out high on the outside. Looks like he can carry some momentum. See if he can drop down to second place. And they hold it.
Oh, Jones
hit the apron, washed up. And they saved it. Oh, BC Racer Kid got washed up in it. You hate to see that, man. You really do.
Jammed up in the wall there.
And we've already seen BC flex his muscles a little bit today. I think he's got a pretty good car tonight also. But this is stage 2. the race isn't over yet. Still anyone's chance to win. And we're going to see the stream rising on the top here. Slade looks like his car's hooked up pretty good for that outside lane. Looks like he's carrying the momentum throughout the turn pretty well. As we've got Sloppy Joe back in the top 5, we got Voltage right outside the top 5, fixing to pick his head in the top 5 for the first time today. 21 washes up the track, keeps it out of the wall. Good job driving that 21 car there. That could have got ugly. We could have had caution number 2 of the race. Mike RPM, he's going to see if he can't run down the bear. Let's see what he's got for him tonight.
Yeah, 43
Oh,
cars.
and you got Hyper actually washed up the track, hit the apron, washed up the track, hit Galen. Galen hit DW, but they gather it up. Once again, we don't have a caution. You kind of hate to see that, especially if you're a victim of circumstance. You're the guy that's just riding along, saving your equipment, and a guy nerfs it off the apron and comes flying up. It's kind of like, it's kind of stressful, to be honest with you. These guys have a good deal of stress already running these packs like this, so you sometime to time you see a little heated argument in their chat room there.
Slade falling back to 5th right now. Keppers was closing on him, but now Fluffy's on his inside.
You got the bear in that high line.
Up. Yep.
Bags, I'm going to tell you, Bags looking strong tonight, guys. He's come all the way from, I think he restarted in the 8th or 9th position. He's already up to P2. And he's raced his way up through there. He's not, they've not washed up and gave it to him. He's actually battling for that position. As he ducks it down inside, hard cut there, went 10% off that right rear, but see if he can get that position from him.
Yeah, the 31 of Sloppy Joe is on the outside now. He's going backwards right now. Everybody's freight train behind.
And being Sloppy Joe winning the first race of the year last week, he's got every chance in the world just to drive it off in there deep, just to keep winning more races, or does he play a points battle? He's already in the playoffs per se, because I think it's winning you're in the first round of the playoffs. I'm not exactly sure how we're going to do it this year, but you think he's not under pressure as much as these guys are. A lot of these guys just want to run good. The top 5 ain't good enough. You always want to win when you're, in such a caliber of competition as we have here at Midnight.
Well, we got a 2x2 behind the bear right now. The bear has come back from his little mistake and brought it back into the front. Mike RPM is on the outside. Fluffy's on the inside as they dive into 3.
Yeah, it looks like the Bears got his car set up to run the middle to high. A lot of guys went for the low line, which is, always the preferred line at most mile and a halves. But he runs a different line at Vegas as well, so maybe he implemented that to his strategy today.
Oh, we got a big 15, 30, or 17 and 31 are in it.
And we actually had Mike RPM got into the side of the bear, washed him up the track, and took the lead before the caution had happened anyway. So we do have a new leader, guys. And we have the Bears fell all the way back to the P7 over that deal. As the rest of the field. And like I was saying earlier, these guys are running damage tonight. So anytime you see anything like this that actually brings out a caution, you push back out on those hot rods.
Trevor, I think it's a 48.
No, Jake, you want it on the 43 car. Mike RPM, he's our leader. You good, buddy. We got you. You like a little.
Well, this will shake up a little bit.
Baby Jesus with gold police diaper. We're holding you right now. We're caressing you.
And take the green flag.
Here we go.
Mike RPM will lead him to the line.
Oh, you got Slade jumping down on that inside early, but it didn't work out for him there. If you see Slade from time to time, he might make a suspect move just to see if it'll stick. He'll stick it down in there for sure. He's not scared of it. He's got Bags giving the 21 a little push down the back stretch. We got Keffer driving it off into 1, taking P4. Oh, the barrier hits the apron and washes up a little bit, but he saves it, doesn't even touch anybody. That's driving right there.
You got Voltage and Slade running nose to tail, trying to go on the outside of Mike RPM.
And they're 3 wide back in the pack, guys. They're 4 wide.
I wonder if they want to make it 5 wide.
I don't think so. But we got Mike RPM in bag stretching it out for the lead right now, stretching out on Keffer in the bear.
Just bumped the wall pretty hard. I didn't see who it was. I heard it, but I didn't see it.
Yeah, that's pretty cool this year, how you can actually hear the echo effects and the wrecks in the actual, commentary here.
Nick Jobs was starting to close up on that 3rd spot, but he's falling back a little bit.
Well, we've already seen tonight, Red Leg, that Nick Jobs, he brought a piece to the racetrack. He's got a pretty strong piece at that. As we got Bags out on the point for the first time this evening.
Looks like Keffer's right on his backside there.
Actually,
no, Keffer dropped to the low side behind him.
Oh, we're 3 wide. The barrier makes 3 wide. That's really aggressive to be second stage here. As we got the 20 car. We got a big one.
They all gathered it up. There's no caution right now. They all gather it up.
They got skills to pay the bills right there, baby. See that?
We're 5 wide on the backstretch.
That definitely ain't public lobby racing right there. It might have looked like it for a second, but there was no caution at all. Those guys are still in hot pursuit of that number 19 car as he stretches his legs out a little bit. See if he can run away from these guys. We got Celtics on the outside. He's in the top 5 for the first time tonight as he's already back on. And you see our first victim of circumstance today, BC Racer. Oh, Slade watched up, hit the wall. Big one.
Oh, big one.
We got the big one, the whole back half of the field here. He's definitely going to bring out a caution. Yes, we got a caution. But what I was saying about BC Racer Kid was a victim of circumstance of the wreck earlier, and you see he's actually got it back, drove back up into the top 5 already, so he must have a strong hot rod up under him tonight. Jake, you want to go on that 43 car?
Feeling like a pinball there for a minute. It's like everybody on the track behind him has put a dent in his door or in his rear end.
Well, only thing I seen the 21 car wash up, hit the wall, get a little squirrely, and actually come down on the 88. I didn't get to see the rest of that happen.
Yeah, there was a pile up from there. And we got the bear back on the point, and we got BC Racer Kid on the outside with Voltage on the inside. And the 48, I'm not sure who the 48 is.
It's Max Boost, which is actually Saab Max.
Saab Max, right.
At 95's got some heck of restart gears.
Yeah, he does. He jumps out cleanly again.
Oh, we see the 31 of Sloppy Joe actually get a little squirrely hitting that apron, but no harm, no fouls. We got the 6 car Marcus E-Dub sending it down into turn 4. I'm glad to see Marcus up in the top 5 and actually spoke too soon there. He gets into the side of the 19, knocks him up the track. But Marcus E-Dub had a hard speed weeks last week. The 19, he's still gathering it up. As he gets in the side of Hyper pushes up. You just hate to see it, man. You know the 19's got a fast hot rod up under him. Somebody to wash up into him. He's just glad right now that it's stage 2 and not the actual the last run of the race. We already seen him flex his muscles out front. He's actually went from the front to the back.
Somebody's done wiped out. Oh, the 11 car itself is wiped out. Looks like it's going to bring out the
T-bone.
Bring out another caution here.
There, up in the field. That's what I saw. He got on the pavement, slid up.
Well, we're gonna see a lot of guys that didn't pit last time come in and take 4 Mr. Feelgoods, get them
There you
enough
go.
fuel just to finish this green flag run out right here to the end of stage 2. I'm gonna tell you, this racing, there's been a lot of strong cars that I've seen work up through the field. It's gonna be hard to pin who's gonna actually run away with this thing tonight.
We'll have to see in the third stage and see if it goes green the whole time and see how their pit strategies play out. Who's going to stretch it and who's going to come in early and try to beat the stretch.
Yeah, if they get a little distance in between them and we actually go green the whole stage 3, we're going to see whose strategy actually pans out. I think if it does, it actually is going to be in the hands of the 17, the 88, and the who else was the 24 car, which they actually could do a full fuel run on tires. So, but you know, running in a practice race or qualifying or running around by yourself and you get to pick your preferred line and you're not dicing it up is one thing. Once you get, 16 cars out there at one time, 3-4 wide, you can't run your preferred line at all times. So you do, eat up your tires a little bit more than expected, and strategy's out the window.
Well, Mike
95 car.
Yeah. Go ahead.
I was just saying that 95 was going battling for the lead as the 6 car actually goes from the point all the way to the back. We've seen that happen to the last 2 leaders here, starting with Voltage, and now we have Marcus E-Dub. But if you get into that wall and just keep it up there, like I said, you're going to go all the way to the back of the field. You got Bags and the 88 door, and you can tell it coming down the dog leg there. So,
yeah, the Bears starting to run away again.
Somebody just made a heck of a contact. I heard it. I don't know who that was, but that was a good old lick right there.
The bottom lane is starting to form back up now. I'm going to hang out Sloppy Joe there for a little bit. He might fall back 2 or 3, but now we're going back to double file at the front. We got the 3 car following up close on the Bear there. The 3 is C. Workman. He kind of washed up the hill, and here comes second.
We got guys 4 wides. We got Fluffy got the worst end of that deal as he was bouncing off each other. Mike RPM, Galen into 13. Fluffy got the worst end of that deal right there. We got one off the grass, but he gathers it up.
Back to the front, we still got Baron Slade 1-2 with Sloppy Joe now running third, but he's got NWO on the outside. He squeezes it in a hole that wasn't right there, but he made it work.
Yeah, it looks like if the Bear, he just stays on the bottom, he might finish his stage 1 out as we got the 21 car taking a sharp lift, cutting up under him, take that lead away.
I'm going to tell you, Sloppy Joe following him close behind.
You don't want to be that guy on the point. I've already seen that.
Now Sloppy Joe, they make contact. Sloppy Joe goes to the inside wall.
And he's not going to let off the throttle at all. He comes back out in 7th position, goes right back up on the racetrack, which we don't encourage. But the 1 car almost got wrecked out on that deal right there. Most of the time when you wash off so far down, we encourage you to stay up under the yellow line, just let off the throttle, let the field pass you, gather it back up, live the race another day. We got the 95 washed up hard into the outside wall, slows him down a little bit.
Again, we're going 3 wide in the turn, going into
and we got Job's forcing his way up under the 20 car, which that didn't cause any accidents. Man, these guys are they're really battling out this evening, ain't they, guys?
Oh, yeah, they are.
It's not short of excitement, that's for sure.
No, it isn't.
We got the 88 car, sticks down low. He washes up into Galen. No harm, no foul. Nobody's on the wall.
But Slade is starting to give it a little bit of gap on the 95 of the Bear.
And these guys don't have enough history yet this year. We're still fresh in the season. Oh, Bags washed it. Oh, man. That wasn't no good. He got his nose clipped. He spun around, washed up, hit Galen.
Yeah, looks like he got a caution.
Definitely do.
Oh, 13.
I'm gonna tell you, if that hot rod, that number 19, if he can get that hot rod up through the field, he's gonna be a force to reckon with. He just keeps getting washed up in everybody else's miscue. He's already drove through the field 4 times here.
Yep.
I hope everybody calms down for stage 3. Maybe let off, check up a little bit, and you know, let the race play out.
Give each other a little bit more room.
Last night, if you noticed, we had about half the field that was ultra aggressive, and then we had the other half of the field that was just praying that the aggressive field would just go ahead and go around them and get away from them a little bit where we could run our race. But actually, the guys that was not aggressive actually won the race last night when we stayed green. So evidently, a couple of these guys didn't watch how that panned out last night because they're going for gold right here off drop the green. We got Slade on the point for the first time, bring him to the green flag. Let's see how much momentum the 95 car, the Bear, can actually gather by itself. As nobody's going with him, everybody's ducking off on that inside line and going around him.
I thought he was going to get some help from Mike RPM. I mean, he's still up there, but he's not closing enough to keep him up in the front there.
As we see, the 9 car actually doored. Yeah, that was on the 9 car. The 9, the 6, and the 13 there was trading phone numbers on the backstretch. As the 19 hits pit road, I don't know if he was knocked down pit road or if this is a scheduled stop.
But we got 3 wide going on at the front for second. Nick Jobs went down below the 31 of Sloppy Joe and put him in the middle. Now he has the second spot with Saab Max right close on him with the 20 car new over there also.
As you got Vultures coming off pit road, he's actually a lap down right now. Let's see how this works out for him. As we come in, can we get a lap count to the end of the stage there, Red Leg?
Make a little switch.
Got Jones from Hendrick Motorsports out front on the point. There's a teammate right behind him there. Actually, 3 teammates. We got JRM / Hendrick Motorsports 1, 2, 3 right now.
We're at lap 89 to 162. So are we actually in the 3rd stage?
I don't think so, but we may be.
Well, we got Kepler running 3rd right now.
Probably looking so aggressive.
Yeah, that might have been. But I would hate to think that Bags had to pit already in this stage. I'm thinking he got sit down pit road, but remember he's the first car a lap down right now. So get under the caution to be a lucky dog. It might work out for him. Got a 24 and the 88, the 43, the 95, and the 31 rounding up your top 5 as of this turn. These guys have been trade positions so fast. We really hadn't had one guy that actually has ran away with anything as of yet. Fluffy in stage number 1, and him and Slade and Jones, they actually got separated from the pack a little bit. That 24 car looks strong tonight.
Yeah, he does.
The 88 of Keffer, Junior Motorsports esports driver, and you got Mike RPM, which is Richard Petty Motorsports. As he gives him a little tap, sends him up the track a little bit. Old bump and run. As the 95 car peeks his nose down on the inside of him, coming out of 4th. These guys they're not shy of each other. That's for sure. They don't mind laying that bumper cover down, seeing what they can make of it. You hate to see it. Keffer running strong in the top 5, gets washed out of the top 5 by somebody running him up the track for position there.
But hey, that's part of racing. You ain't get out of my way.
That's it. They call it the chrome horn.
That's it.
They come from the 70s when they actually had the actual stock chrome bumpers on the stock car. Not so much stock about these cars, but the emblem and the names on them right now. And
That's
these
about it
days,
nowadays.
Gen
Mike
5
RPM is now
race car.
caught up to Nick Jobs. Now you got the Bear looking on the inside. Can he get the full inside of him? Nope.
It looks like that the Bears trying to check up and let Mike back down. It looked like Mike RPM was thinking about going out around the high side. But I don't think the Bears kind of hesitant to jump out there on that outside pocket where everybody freight trains on the inside. I think he's intent to just ride right now in third. And
hold your position and make a green flag stop. Maybe use some strategy to pull out a win. You got the 11 Celtics hung on the outside right now of the 88 of JRM Keffer.
That's what I was about to say. You got Fluffy actually behind the 88 car. The 88 car and the 17 car actually worked together last night and almost pulled off a win if we had another 3 more laps. But, you know, if is not involved in racing, there wasn't 3 more laps, so those guys finished third and fourth. But they have a good strategy if it comes down to it.
Close only counts in artillery rounds and hand grenades, buddy.
Well, horseshoes.
Just making sure you guys are able to pop.
They're starting to mix it up now in the top 3. The 43 car, Mike RPM gave a look. He's still giving a look to the inside.
Oh, he's got position as the 95 going to duck down and go with him, Red Leg.
Yep, I see that now.
I've noticed that these guys are actually working together, those 2 guys right there. They're not on the same team, but I've noticed they've been giving each other a little more room and kind of helping each other work through the pack.
Nick's doing everything he can not to fall back. It looks like he might find a hole in front of the 31 car.
He did. The 31 car is not content to help him out, though. He's not trying to get him back up to speed. He wants that position bad.
Oh, yeah, there he
goes.
goes.
Got Fluffy ducking down with the 31 car, nudges him up. Another little bump and run. Let's see how far this 24 car falls back in the pack over that. That wasn't as hard. All of the doors his way on the number 11 to get him back on position.
Yep, we got Celtics bringing
number
it back
11
on the track with no one.
He gathers it back up. And you hate to see that, man. You really do. That's one of those things like ultra aggressive. Did he do it on purpose or did he just not see him?
We all wide for the lead here.
Oh yeah,
Sloppy
you do.
Joe on the inside. You got Mike RPM in the middle, and Bear on the outside. Who's going to be the winner of this? We got Sloppy pushing the 31. Now he's looking to the inside.
Sloppy Joe he's closing his eyes and just aiming it at aiming it in a hole and closing his eyes and seeing what happens. He's back on the point.
And Bear's found a spot back in line now. Didn't lose too much. Fluffy taking a look on the outside of the 31 car.
That 24 car is making his way back up through the pack here. You got the 88 that's riding side. Oh, we got the 48 taking off.
Hard hit.
Got the 43 doing. Oh, 24 made a heck of a move. I don't know what happened to Saab, guys. I didn't see. I see him take off for outer space, but I didn't see the launch pad.
Tire or what? But he went straight to the wall. That thing hooked right on him and went right to the wall.
24 car is letting everybody know he's coming to pit road right now. So 48 might have blew a tire.
Yep, here comes the 24.
Jones. He's begging for him for Mr. Feel Goods. But you've seen him being ultra aggressive up front. Oh, we got the 19 car about missed pit road. Oh, you hate to see it. He missed pit road, spun around. Same thing happened to him last night. He had the strongest car there was brought to the racetrack, but he had a miscue getting on the pit road. Maybe there's something in that setup that, you know, coming down to that apron might be upsetting that car a little bit.
Oh, the 9 car just smacked the wall hard as he looked like he maybe was trying to make a move for pit road, but he
we got him wrecking on pit road entrance, guys. We got the 4 BC Racer Kid, the 20 of New World Order, number 2, and then number 6 of us, Marcus E. Dub. got in a little wrestling tournament right there entering pit road.
Looks like the rest of the field is now pulling on the pit road. We got the 31 to 17, 95, 43, and 88. Oh, Celtic spins it out trying to get on the pit road.
And Mike
43 is
RPM
against
actually spins it
The
around.
left hand. What?
Oh, you got the 43 miss pit road completely as he pulls across the grass trying to getting it straight. Oh man, pulled out in front of the. Oh man, Whew. He pulled right out. Good thing he was ghosted, guys, because he would have just run 2 guys race over nothing.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out who's
We got the 24 car that actually pitted first, and it actually worked out for him. He's out front, he's stretching them legs out, seeing what type of a run he can get. See how much separation he can get as they all start coming back off pit road. Now is where we're going to see our strategy come into play here in the last stages of the race.
Here comes Jobs now to pass the pack coming off of pit road.
Yes, Jobs in 24 car. He'll be your leader.
Caution comes out.
Doing a great job there. And you got Mike RPM that wrecks again getting on the pit road. I'm telling you, it's not his night. Did you see the 12 car getting a little squirrely going off in there? I hope he wasn't trying to hit pit road because he got a penalty if he did. You got it on the 24 car, Jake?
Yes, I do.
Okay,
Now,
cool deal.
The thing is here, you got guys with 1 or 2 lap pressure tires. Are they going to dig hard and try to catch him, or are they going to get their lap back? Because if he is the leader, then the rest of the field is a lap down.
Is anybody looking at the comments?
No, because he pitted a lap early, so he went a lap down, and then he got his lap back, and he's on the
Okay,
point
so
right now.
he's first with Bear the second.
He's first. Let me get back to him.
The Bear is right behind him in second. 43
And
car
sorry,
is now coming off pit road.
And I want to say again, sorry to our viewers out there. This is really the most unprofessional stream that you actually see come from Midnight Broadcasting. We had a guy cancel last minute, and we're going to bring you the race no matter what we have to go through. So we appreciate you guys out there viewing. We want to thank our sponsors, Pocono Raceway, Ronin Imports, Travis
Sports.
Braden. Who else?
Sports Collective.
Yeah, Sports Collective.
It looked like the Bears bad.
And we thank all our viewers out there as well.
The Bear has gotten around the 24 car of Nick Jobs now.
He wasn't a lap down, man. The 95 is the leader, 24 is in. Sloppy Joe's riding in a close third back there.
Coming to lap 109 and 162. They just took 109 and 162.
And I'm riding along back here with Joe as he's riding behind the 95 of the Bear. The Bear looks like he's got a little looser setup. Maybe he's got it set up a little loose to run the top where he's not eating his tires up as bad, but he's holding that yellow line right now. So.
Sloppy Joe is starting to close the gap a little bit on the 24 car, and he's got the 17 of Fluffy in tow. If those two are able to get closer together and maybe make a run for that lead, and then we got a second pack there.
And we actually have our first car with engine trouble. Actually, Max Booth, Saab Max from the 48 from the Hendrick stable, has actually blown his engine and is out of the race, guys. You hate to see it, but it's going to happen.
And Slade is in a battle now with the 3 car, C. Workman. And
I want to go with the 19. Where he shook out because he pitted earlier than these guys, remember?
Right. And he could be the leader. I mean, he may not have pitted yet. He had to pit earlier.
He would have just got his laps back, so he would actually be on the lead lap right now battling with these guys until he has to go back down pit road. So he's on a different strategy, but as we know, that strategy could shake out to work for him. He's probably begging for a caution right now to get back up on the circumstance of the lead pack. He's got the number 11 of Celtics coming off pit road. What were you saying, Red Leg?
I was getting ready to say the 11 is coming off pit road.
You read my mind, man. It's like you're there. Oh, we got Jones pulling up tight on the back buffer of the 95 car as he looks to send him up the track and send him off down in there at a hot lap to see if he can't stick the nose of that 24 Hendrick Motorsports car, exhaust car, or is that right? Yeah. Up under him right there. He's having a pretty good night, man. It looks like these guys have been the class of the field. The 95, the 24 car, the 88 car, 17 car, 31 car as well. He's made a couple of aggressive moves tonight, but he's actually had that car one way or the other. He's been around the top 5, hovering around the top 5 all evening.
Yep. We're starting to close on Galen, the 13 car. That'll put him, if we're right on our count, that'll put him a lap down.
Yes. And as of right now, I think that voltage, I think he is riding on his lead lap. I think he did, you know, once it shook out that he is on the lead lap. He will be the first one to pit, of course. But there's a couple guys out there that's really begging for a caution right now. Oh, we got the 88 that comes down to the BC Racer kid. They gather it up. That's something that's great about this game. We touched on it a little bit last week about Heat 4. They fixed the ping pong effect. So now you can actually get into a fellow racer, and you don't send him to the catch fence, and you're not in the inside wall talking to the ambulance. We're not having to call the next of kin, having no broken arms, legs, nothing missing. Be able to keep racing, live to fight another second.
They made a lot of good changes to Heat 4 from the last game of Heat 3.
Yes, they did. You can actually race a lot more on this game now. You got the 31 car. I think it was 31 or the 3. I'm thinking that was the 31 that's down on pit road right now.
No, it's the 3 of C. Workman.
It's the 3. Okay, yeah, he got a little squirrely coming off. Coming off the racetrack onto the apron. As we got Sloppy Joe and out of the 31 car of Richard Childress Motorsports and Fluffy running back here.
Oh, someone hard into the 18 car, hard into the wall, trying to make pit road.
Joe's the New World, as Joe's the first one. How do you think this is going to work out? You see him coming back out of the pits, he's short pitting, and he's going back to the point, racing up front, the top 5, actually battling for the lead. You got it on the 95 car, Jake? Who's in the lead?
I just happened to flip it on and it's actually spun out.
Who's Jobs is coming off of pit road now.
And you got Bags coming down pit road. Jake, put it on the 95 car.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right now you have the 88 car of JRM Keffer in third, but he's going to be pitting soon. He's probably taking that 1 or 2 extra laps to try to make up the track position here.
And we're gonna see the difference in the pit strategies as we have Joes that ducked off and got those 4 Mr. Feelgoods first, and then you have Keffer, stretching out his fuel run, seeing how deep he can go, and actually you have an 18 lap window that you can actually short pit a couple laps. Sure, you go a lap down, but everybody's gonna pit, so you get that back. But you have an 18 lap window to actually short pitch your way through to actually not lead, to be on the lead lap. So we're going to see how much track position these guys actually lose by pitting early, as we got the 95 car ducks off down there and getting 4 Mr. Feelgoods. How many laps do we have? Well, when he comes out of the pits, then just have it on him. And when he comes out, then we're going to see who is in the lead pack. We're playing it by ear. You're doing a great job, Jake.
Well, right now, the 88 car of JRM Keffer is running second. And he has
we got the 11 car coming off the apron, spinning her out, going on the pit road. We got the 12 car that actually slowed up, let him gather it back up. You hate to see it.
Oh, flying down pit road.
Oh,
yeah, he missed pit road completely. So you hate to see it, guys. There's a couple of these guys that's running these setups. Looks like the Toyota camp. It's something in their setup that doesn't agree with them when they transition off the actual racing surface onto that apron. Something's not agreeing with those guys'
the
setup.
88 car just got sideways getting on the pit road. Hopefully that will not be a speeding penalty for him. He was running second at a time. Looks like he blew a tire as he was coming on the pit road. There's some smoke off his car as he's coming down.
And that's something you're going to have to deal with when you try to stay out there for those extra, 1 or 2 laps. I think he tried to stretch it 3. He actually pitted 4 laps behind Joe, if I'm correct. So we're going to see if this all pans out. Keffer's a master of strategy here. He stole a lot of races out from this guy.
Yeah, let's just hope he didn't get a speeding penalty. And it looks like he does have a speeding penalty. He is still on pit road.
And we get it looks like he got run over going on the pit road. I'm not sure who the culprit was that hit that 88 car. But looks like they're needing a caution right now to come out as the 11 comes off pit road and finally gets his 4th Mr. Feel Good, second time around. 88 car comes out getting up to speed right now. Don't look like it hurt him that bad, but you just gotta hate it, man. When these guys are being ultra aggressive for the second race of the year. You can't really say a points battle because it is the second race of the year. No reason to be ultra aggressive at this time. But like I said, when you're dealing with 85% of the pro league guys here and the other 15% deserve to be, there's no shortage on competition here. So you have guys that feel like they need to send it on each and every single lap, and sometimes that just doesn't work out for you.
Well, we're just under 40 to go, and there could be a chance in his strategy where he would be able to make up the lap and still get to the top 5. What Keffer really doesn't need right now is that caution, because then he would be trapped a lap down unless he's the first car 1 lap down, which would give him the lucky dog. But Nick Jones seems to be ruling the field right here.
That's what I was about to say. He is definitely the class of the field this evening. Him and that 95 car. I am a JRM driver, so of course I'm kind of, with the 88 car, but he is kind of one of the tougher cars to beat tonight. Plus his strategy, you already picked him to win. Well, you actually picked him and Fluffy to win. But to be honest with you, it doesn't look like he hurt him that bad. All the track position that he made up by staying out those extra couple laps, it doesn't look like he's that far behind the 95 car right now. So his race is definitely not over yet.
No, not yet. Like I said,
I just don't.
Under 40 to go. There's still another pit stop that they're going to have to make. Maybe even a couple pit stops they're going to have to make before this race is over. So he's got a chance to get back in it.
And you're going to see a couple guys that try to stay out, try to stretch it a little longer than what they normally have. You're going to see a bunch of blow tires last night coming down to the stripe, 1 to go. I was in, I think I was in 10th position because I was really trying to take it easy, which was not really I was taking it a little too easy. But I actually finished up 7th, past 3 guys with blown tires parked on the racetrack on the way to the stripe. So you never know, we're going to have aggressive guys. We're going to have guys that try to stretch it a little too long. So it's interesting to see how this is going to pan out, Red Leaf.
You finished 7th, I finished 11th.
Well, it didn't all work out for us. I had a little bit more speed. But
I got a speeding penalty. I got a speeding penalty on the last pit stop. That's what.
And usually that's the other way around. Usually I love to speed on pit road. There's something about it. I think I can just send it off in there and get that extra couple tenths, and it bites me every time. So this year I'm gonna try to be a little more aggressive on the track and a little less aggressive going on pit road. We're gonna see how that works out for him.
Well, the 95 car has now caught the 24 of Nick Jobs as he makes a move to the inside to take the top spot.
And the 95 has actually got a little better, a little fresher of a tire than the 24 does. That's what you deal with when you actually come down pit road a couple laps early. Sure, you get to actually put a half a second to a second on the field on every single lap, but you actually lose that on the back end as well. When they have a little bit fresher tire, they can actually run you down, and you know, you pay for it in the long run, one way or the other. You got the Bear trying to stretch out his lead a little bit. 11 car, he's just trying to stay up there to try to be the closest to the leaders to get his lap back. If he is the first car a lap down, I believe he may be the only car a lap down. We may have a couple cars. We did have that debacle going on pit road with a couple different guys, so it's hard to say. Oh, we got Joe ducking down off him. Yeah. He was coming in hot. He might have got a speeding penalty on that, and might want to keep an eye on him. I'm going to switch my camera to him.
Looks like
and see how long
coming in behind him.
They hold him on pit road. You know, if they hold him longer than 16 seconds, he's got the penalty for coming in hot. You hate to see it when a guy that's running a little different strategy than everybody, a little, you know, short pitting, but he has a heck of a car this evening though. 24 is off and away, so he didn't get a speeding penalty.
Nope. 24 is
He's 95 is leader.
Appear to be a lap down to the leader, but like you said,
he
once
will
the leader
be.
pits, he'll get it back.
Yeah. I'm really interested to see how the 19 has survived coming back from that earlier pit where he had to pit as soon as the stage started. When he got, you know, sent up through the field, he had a really strong car. He actually had one of the faster cars coming through the field as I've seen tonight. It's like he's got knocked up into the wall and washed back in a victim circumstance. But I'd like to see if this all pans out and he can get back up there and battle for the lead. We always like to see the guys with the stronger cars actually be able to flex their muscles and have a good run. You hate to see a guy with a good car that has a chance to win get caught up in somebody else's aggressiveness and lose all hope of winning over somebody else's mistakes.
It sucks getting caught up in someone else's chaos.
It sure does. Especially when you're sitting there just riding, just relaxing, sitting on your back pocket, just waiting for something to happen, and then bam, you got a guy that loses talent, and it's over in mere seconds. He's got the 88 car. He's riding by himself out here. He may end up being the leader right now. As, the 95 car, y'all have your eyes on the 95 car?
Yeah, the 95 car is still in the lead right now. The 88 is in 11th. He's still a lap down.
95 car actually ducked down on pit road, so we're going to have all these guys get their laps back and get back on the lead lap rotation after these pits. We're going to see where he comes out. I think the 95 car, he may have tried to stay out a little too long and still have Keffer out there running. It worked out for both of them last time. We're going to see how it works out for them this time. The key is going to be the 24 car and the 95 car, seeing where they are on the track after this four-tire stop of the 95 car of Levine Family Racing Esports driver Barry. Which is pretty cool. If you guys notice, a lot of you guys play this game in the Heat 4. He's actually one of the only drivers that him and HD on the Xbox side, but they actually had their name on the race car, which is pretty neat. Their car actually hit the track. I believe it was wasn't Atlanta Motor Speedway when they actually ran that paint scheme for Levine Family Racing. It's pretty cool. Nothing like that's happened here in a racing game.
Right now we have the 31. Sloppy Joe is in the lead, but I don't know if he's made his pit stop yet. Looks like he and Kepler are on the same pit strategy.
Okay. But after these pit stops, it's definitely going to be the 24 car that's going to be on the. Oh, you got the 19, the 88, and the 18 getting into each other. We might have a caution here, guys.
Oh.
I think what's got to happen is the car's got to stop on the actual racing surface. I don't think we have a penalty, though. Did it cause a penalty? I mean, penalty.
I saw a fly in there.
They don't
I'm talking
appear
about
to be
the caution.
slowing down, so caution is not out.
I saw the third was a fly in there.
And you really gotta hate that right there. Is the 88 gets caught up again.
Yeah, he was probably going to get his lap back and have a good strategy to come out within at least the top 5, but looks like now that's gone to waste.
He was flying.
Actually, you have the barrier. The barrier's putting the heat. Put it on the 24 car.
That's what
The 95 or the 24 car, Jake. That's your battle for your lead right there.
Yeah.
And the Bear now takes the lead it back again from.
And he wasn't wasting no time. He put the bumper to him. Got him pushed
he
up
put
the
it to him
track.
quick. Yeah, he did.
Oh, bump and run. He looks like he's ready. He's got a fire start up under that 95 car. He looks like he was in a hurry to get going. Wasn't he?
Yeah, he was. And as we see now, Keffer is now on pit road for his stop. So he ran about 3-4 laps more than everybody else. Hopefully that little tangle with the 19 and the 18 doesn't hurt him too much.
But the stretch that he's actually stretching those tires out, that's the second time that he's actually got caught up in some aggressiveness that's actually kind of screwed him on his race today. That the 88 car, the strategy, he might be just battling just to stay in the top 5 now.
I don't know. He is still on pit road. It looks like he may have gotten a penalty. That would be 2 penalties in a row. That would really be bad for Keffer. He's now rolling off of pit road.
There's no way to come back from that either. You lose 15 seconds to this class of field here, you might as well go ahead and pop the door on the end close and put a cover on it.
Yeah, just don't do a Kyle Busch and turn your car around and head for the infield. Just hit a left field.
31 in the water.
Well, I heard he had to get some tissue.
31 in the water.
Got a little bit of cheese for that wine. And we got Hyper. We ain't talking not much at all about Jay Hyper, which is actually our returning champion from our Xfinity Series last year. Had a little trouble keeping the tires up under him last week as he blew a couple tires. Really hadn't been a factor in today's race either, as we look for him to pick up the pieces and have a strong run this year in the Cup Series here, the Pocono Cup Series here at midnight. 95 car is working his way through traffic, comes up on the 13 Galen. See how long he's going to deal with him holding him up. They might send him up to the catch fence.
Looks like we're just about 20 to go. Or just under 20 to go.
So we're actually, guys, we're going to definitely see one more green flag stop out of these guys. It's going to be detrimental to their race on how good they get on and off pit road. You may see some guys that if they pitted and there was 30 to go or so, they can actually come down short pit at 15 and have 15 laps left on fresh tires, kind of evens it out. You're going to have some guys that just run to the end of their run and try to take 2. We still may see some strategy come to play here tonight's race at Atlanta Motor Speedway.
And that's what I was getting ready to say is with the 24 car has been stopping roughly 2 to 3 laps before the Bear. Does he take the chance and run that extra 2 to 3 laps this time around and try to get on the same pit strategy as the Bear, come in and come out with him?
Well, actually, I think that the 24 car actually is ducked down on pit road right now, as he may have heard what I said about that, cutting it off. And now you're going to see a lot of guys that opt to go ahead and drop down with less than 20 to go, which is actually inside their pit window. You're going to see a lot of guys making their last green flag stop of the night. And then what they have is what they have. These guys know how long their tires will last, and Fluffy's on pit road as well. but they're going to come out and give it all they got and see what happens. Workman's pulling off the pit road as well. Got 4 freshmen.
Yeah,
3 and 17 coming out together. See if they can work together and make up the track position.
It looks like the 95 of the Bears is just not taking the memo from everybody else. It looks like he might run this thing out and try to put the whole field a lap down before making his stop.
Yeah, he's definitely not going to be able to put the whole field a lap down. He's probably going to run his full fuel run out and then come in and take 2. He's been known to try to do that before. Maybe he's got a setup. He spends a lot of time on his setups, so maybe he's got a car that can actually hold 2 tires till the end of the race. He has definitely been one of the guys in the class of the field tonight. Him, the 24 car. The 43 car was kind of in it to the third stage there and got a little aggressive. Maybe his, heart rate got up a little bit and calmed down, backed up a little bit. But 19 ducks off to take his last pit stop of the day.
The 95 is also coming on.
All right.
Hyper went through the grass mowing the front lawn.
He thinks he's going to get paid for all that grass he's been mowing. Hyper, you're not getting a paycheck for that grass you've been mowing, buddy. He's actually our commentator on Monday nights. Him and Slade's in the booth for our Grand National Series.
You should do what Ricky probably does to mow the grass.
So we're about 12, 13 laps to go.
Gotta love it, Jake.
Still on.
So we're going to have to see, did he get a speeding penalty or?
No, he's coming off now.
He's coming off right now.
Getting ready to say it looked like he almost had one, but then he started coming off. So.
All right, we see the 88 car of Keffer already up to speed, rounding out, coming around. See where the 95 shakes out. It's going to be in between the 95 and the 24, guys. The 24 is up to speed already, as the 95 actually comes out ahead of him.
Well, right now your leader is listed as BC Racer Kid in the 4 car.
BC Racer Kid, our returning champion from last year. He actually returned champion of Pocono Race Series. You guys want to rewatch that, go back to the last race of the year. That was a heck of a battle him, Fluffy, and Bags had. Actually, they finished 1, 2, 3 in the last race of the season, and whoever won was basically like NASCAR, the chase. Whoever won took home the championship. You guys want to go back and rewatch that. That was one hell of a race as well. He was actually victorious. Bump and run coming out of 3, was able to hold off Fluffy, and Voltage coming to the strut with Slade. He wasn't in the championship, I don't believe.
We can see how the fresh tires are working for the Bears. He is pulled away now from Nick Jones, and on his hunt to hunt down the 4 car of BC Racer Kid.
Yeah, and I'm not sure about BC Racer Kid, what strategy he's on. I don't know if he's took his last stop or not, but I'm interested to see if maybe he done snuck one in on us on this strategy move. He looks to have a good, strong car. He's been pretty strong all night at number 4, SHR Automobile.
And he's got Fluffy, another Ford driver, coming up behind him.
Yes, he does. We're probably down to 10 to go, a little less than 10 to go.
Yeah, we're under 10 laps.
Under 10 laps. Let's see how long BC Racer Kid can hold off the rest of these guys who've been running up front the whole night. He might have snuck.
He might have snuck one in on us, and he might be able to hold on to it to the end. He's got a heck of a lead over the 95 car.
And I feel like a complete asshole because I've not really spoke about him that much tonight, as he was, was concentrating on the 95 and the 24 car. But you never can count this guy out. We've already noticed that. He's always there when it counts.
Yeah, he probably had a strategy that none of us were watching because, like you said, we were focused on the 95 and 24 because they've been the top of the field all night long. And he might have had a strategy to pull it out and bring home a win for
SHR.
SHR team.
Fluffy's rolling on strong. Is Fluffy in second position, or
I can't tell right now. I don't know.
can't tell? Oh, Fluffy gets a little
Yeah,
sideways into the
sideways
wall.
there.
He doesn't lose any speed. It doesn't look like. He still looks like he's closing in on the 4 car. The
May have
4
been a
car
little game glitch.
may have been. The 4 car looks comfortable in his lead as Fluffy's walking down. He's got actually worked in the 3. We hadn't spoke about him much tonight, but he's actually following suit there.
Looks like Fluffy's now at the bumper of BC Racer. He takes a look to the inside as they come out of 3 or out of 2 on the backstretch.
Looks like
Looks
BC
like he's
just pulled up and let him
It
go.
looks like he's got fresher tires, and he's going to just let him go and not try to fight that.
Oh, he drops
BC
down in
is-
front of Workman. He might be holding the guard, ducking off pit road. Complete different pit strategy than anyone else tonight.
BC is still listed as the race leader, even after
So-
Fluffy come around him. So
He's evidently got a long run car. He might be just stretching it out. We might see BC Racer running out, coming to the flag. But like I said, he may end up stealing one tonight. They did so good with this game. Actually, Heat 4, 704 did a great job by actually allowing these guys to, like I said, race it out. Took the ping pong effect out. Actually got really aggressive tire wear. As you guys know, you can come out here 4 or 5 laps, your tires heat up, you get over 200 degrees and it starts falling off chunks at a time, which it varies from different tracks, but like I said, Atlanta is it's like a grinder.
looks like
It's
we're
got the
coming down
oldest
to 2 to
asphalt.
go. Oh,
Looks like BC Racer Kid is slowing
looks
down.
like BC has done. Was that the end? It looks like it may have been the end, and BC Racer Kid has taken home the win for SHR. He had a pit strategy to work.
Hey, I be damned. BC stolen one. There you go, BC. He might not have been the class of the field, but he might have been the teacher's pet. How about that? He might
There you go.
have did that equation nobody else couldn't figure out tonight. He brought that 4
So
car
it was-
home.
Your top 3 was BC Racer Kid, Slade, and I missed the other one there. So we're going to have to get BC and Slade in here. JRM Kepper finishes 13th, of course. New World I-25 in the 20 was 11th. Galen was 12th. Sloppy Joe actually ended up finishing 14th.
Where did the 95 car and the 24 car finally finish up?
I'm getting ready to hear in just 1 second when they switch over.
Okay.
So
BC.
just go to how to do this.
BC Slate. Jake, we got this. Keep it on. Don't close nothing out, Jake. We're gonna do
Alright.
interviews.
Do you want me to go in where the cars are? Oh, should I back
No,
out and
yeah.
race? Clicking now.
Yeah, go into where the cars are. Put the number 4 SHR Kevin Harvick car on screen.
Alright.
Slade, who was the 3rd finisher? Jay Hyper. He snuck one out. He still ain't getting paid for mowing the grass. Good deal.
And there's our
Well, we
winner.
really couldn't keep up with him. There we go. There's our winner of the night. BC Racer Kid, our defending Midnight Cup champion from last year. Congratulations on your win tonight. You actually snuck one in. How'd you pull that off?
Big thank you. Nobody else ever did it. We figured out where you can save enough tire and save. I had no problem saving fuel. It was tires. Well, you get them wearing just even enough. You can do for stage 1 on 1 pit stop, like we did. That's how I won stage 1. Stage 2, I got bumped, but it didn't put up into the wall, which is unfortunate. But
Yeah,
it
we've
happened.
seen that.
And then the last stage, it just fell just right with the cautions. I didn't realize we can do it. And then Jay started talking about it because he was on the same strategy I was. and I pitted 2 laps early. I had to save them 2 laps, and then that last run I saved, and that's how I made it.
Well, man, sorry we really didn't have too much attention on you tonight. I mean, first stage we kind of did, but then we've been struggling up here in the booth, man. We hate that we couldn't call it correctly. We finally got you there at the end. Redleg, you got anything to say to him?
Yeah, well, I mean, you definitely had the right strategy to win with Nick Jobs and the Bear up front most of the night. So congratulations, and hope to see you back again in Winter Circle.
Yep, thank you. I'm glad to be back. After Daytona, I wanted to get that stress off me of having been down in the points.
That's actually what I was about to say. That how much pressure's off of you now that you got your week 2. You've already got it. You've already being the defending champion. We expect a lot out of you, but week 2 you've already got the monkey off your back. So you ready to go into week 3, huh?
I'll tell you what. On speed, I qualified on the pole. You see me drop back off the start because I wanted to do that strategy because I knew that would win. But I might have even got it on speed. I don't know. But look at the top 5 was everybody on that strategy.
Cool deal, man. Well, congratulations on your big win here tonight at Atlanta Motor Speedway, man. Looking forward to catching you next week. You got anything planned for next week? You already working on your car?
I haven't even started yet, honestly. I usually start maybe the first 2-3 days. I don't really have setups made for a lot of tracks yet, but I got to get working on it.
All right. Well, congratulations, man. Big win tonight.
Yep, big thanks, guys.
All right, we got your second place finisher, Slade.
Yes, hello.
You want to interview yourself, or you want me to do it?
I mean, I'll be aware if I interview myself.
What car number?
How was that number 21 Wood Brothers car tonight for you, buddy?
Honestly, felt like we had a anywhere from 6th, probably 6th, 7th place car. You know, better than mid pack. Was able to win that second stage somehow. I went from from the restart we had from 8 to go. I went from 15th to 1st in 6 laps, so that was pretty interesting. But yeah, same as the. I guess the guy who won and who we were about to interview tried this tire strategy to save it, and be honest, blew a tire right as I hit the line. The pretty much almost spun right in front of the 2 car coming to the line. So that was fun to say the least. But yeah, P2 tonight. We had 2 top 5s in a row here for the MBN Pocono Raceway Cup Series. So nothing but good news to say here.
It looked like it was a couple guys were really diving it off, really driving hard, ultra aggressive. Do you look for race 3 of the Pocono Series for a couple guys to button it up and calm down a little bit? Maybe we can have a lot more green flag racing.
See, I would say that, but we're going to Auto Club. So, and there was a lot of aggressive racing tonight. Ooh,
what is that noise?
Sorry.
I have no idea.
Is that
Who's
BC?
got the fireworks going?
It's BC. BC, can you mute your mic, please?
He's celebrating.
Okay. All right. I don't know what happens, but aggressive. Is that what you said, aggressive? Yeah. So next week will probably be just as aggressive, but the track's a lot wider. It'll be a lot more racy. So I think the cautions will be probably a few less cautions, but probably the same aggressive racing. That's my opinion.
Okay. Well, it looked ultra aggressive out there tonight, man. It looked like some guys got caught up in some incidents.
I usually don't like driving aggressive just because I have to save a tire. You know, you kind of have to. If you drive aggressive for a couple laps, you're going to burn your tires up. But not gonna lie, I passed one car with 2 tires in the grass tonight to get from 15th to 1st. But that was the only time all race I drove aggressive was that final thing in stage 2, and it paid off. So yeah, I think, like I said, it'll be interesting to see next week. I think it'll be a great show, personally.
You got anything for him, Redleg?
No, yeah, I think you pretty much covered it there, Will. Congratulations on your second place finish there, Slade. And I'm pretty sure we'll see you in victory lane soon.
Hopefully, we'll try and get there. Last year we won. First race was Texas, and that was week 4. So we'll see what we can do with this number 21 Woodbridge machine.
Well, we always got a default series for you, Slade. We'll see you on Thursday night.
Thank you, Will. Thank you. I'll see you on Monday nights too, bud.
Congratulations,
third.
second place finisher Slade, the driver of the number
Thanks, buddy.
21 Wood Brothers automobile.
Now our
Ford
third place
Mustangs.
finisher, Mr. Jay Hyper, who wants to try to collect 2 paychecks tonight, one for finishing third and one for cutting the most grass. So, Hyper, tell us, how did you get up on your strategy to get around everybody?
Just practicing during the week with BC. I mean, BC really had a strategy for stretching the field 20 laps, and we didn't know if it would come into play with the last stage, but I think when we went to green, there was like, about, I don't even know, probably like 78 laps of fuel, like 78 laps to go. So I ran 120 and then 3 19s, and that really just made it stretch the fuel all the way and got the right position. I wish I could have held on to second, but Slade just got by me. I was running out of fuel, so yeah, I really stretched on that last run. Didn't really lift because I was really trying to catch Slade and DWH there.
Well, that definitely.
Go ahead, Will.
Go ahead. Well,
No,
you definitely made up for your dismal start to the season last week. I know that check was in the mail for all those Goodyear tires you was blowing up on the right side of that car. How's it feel to bring it home in third place, a solid third place out of strategy coming into week 3 of Midnight's Pocono Cup Series?
I mean, it feels good. I mean, like I said, the strategy worked, so... And, I mean, after stage 1, everyone was like, wait, y'all can make it on 20 laps? And it caught mostly everybody off guard. The only 4 guys who knew you can make 20 was me, Big D, BC, and then Galen. And at stage 1, we all stretched at 20 laps, and everyone was so confused how we could do it. And then we just ran another 20 laps and got 1, 2, 3, 4, so...
Good deal. You got anything else for him, Red Leg?
Nope. I just hope to see you do as well as you did this week and next week at Auto Club. Hopefully you got you a fast rocket for there.
Oh man, I'm definitely gonna get a setup for there. Maybe strategy will be a thing as well. I'm not sure. 3 times there is very interesting for this game.
Well, there you have it from your third place finisher here at Atlanta Motor Speedway tonight. Jay Hyper, the pilot in the number 2 Penske machine. Pretty strong start for that stable over there for the Ford guys anyway. Looked like Toyota had it wrapped up last week, but this week we had those Fords stretching their muscles there. Congratulations, Hyper. And that's going to be it for us here at the Pocono Race Series here at Midnight Broadcasting Network, wrapping up this week, week 2 at Atlanta Motor Speedway. We had a lot of great guys tonight that had a lot of speed with them, but at the end, Red Leg, that wasn't the answer, was it?
No, it wasn't, and it all came down to pit strategy, like we said. Nick Joves and the Bear were at the top of the field almost all night long, and they just snuck it in on us and stole a win from them. BC did. So we'll be glad to see what happens next week when we get to Auto Club and see how these guys continue to work their strategies.
Well, that's all from us here at Midnight Broadcasting Network. We'd like to thank our sponsors, Pocono Raceway, Speedway Collective, Ronin Imports, and Travis Braden. If we missed any guys, like I said, sorry. We did the best we could up here in the booth. Next week we'll have the voice of Heat 4 back. We'll have Alex Ned back in the booth. That's all tonight. Thank you, Jake, for coming through at the last minute on the broadcast. Appreciate it. Appreciate everybody that watched. We'll see you guys next week at Auto Club.
All right.
Yep,
Same time, same place.
All right. So,
All right, Jake. End it.
All right. Yeah, I'm going to.